How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zan over here, bringing you guys a brand new segment for today. And for today's segment, guys, I'm going to be talking about my first impression of the new fall 2016 anime, Tiger Mask. Yes, folks, Tiger Mask. Let's jump back to 1980s with some pro wrestling, guys, because Tiger Mask is definitely a sports anime that you shouldn't miss, guys. Tiger Mask has pure nostalgia and has the classic 1980s style of era that the anime kind of originates from. Now, this isn't a remake, guys. It seems like it's a sequel of the original anime, because I was kind of looking and did some little research, and it seems like the first anime that kind of aired did like about 105 episodes and stuff and such like that. You kind of say. And it seemed like it did pretty fairly well, you know, for 105 episodes for a wrestling anime. But all they do is just do wrestling. 105 episodes is a pretty good accomplishment if you think about it. So when they did this anime, I was kind of going in line thinking that, you know, oh, okay, there might be supernatural powers involved. There might be some I would say sci-fi technology, like, you know, it's just it might seem like kind of like the traditional shonen route, you know, with all the supernatural stuff going on. But no, guys, actually in this anime it's more with surrealism involved. Now, granted guys, that this anime is not boring at all. It actually is pretty interesting when you look at it with the deep aspects, because they do a lot of actual wrestling moves involved in it, and there's a lot of references to wrestlers out there. Not too familiar with a lot of wrestlers, but I know that most of these wrestlers, they're probably references to real life wrestlers. I'm assuming too at the same time. But like I said, this anime is actually fairly interesting, and I'm actually interested into watching what this anime is going to become. Now, it seems like the storyline is very cliche, you know. It seems like the main character, actually I believe there's two main characters, and it's funny how both the main characters are kind of like the Naruto and Sasuke of the 1980s. I swear to God, it's so hilarious. Naruto is like Naruto, and Takuma is like the Sasuke, and both go that traditional shonen route. Naruto is like I would say like the good protagonist who has the righteousness characteristics of a very well balanced protagonist, while Takuma, seems to be like the protagonist, or if even he is a protagonist so far. I'm assuming he's a protagonist for right now in this episode, but we'll save it for later in the series, because he could fall into the lines of being an antagonist. But for right now, it seems that Takuma is a protagonist right now, and it seems that with Takuma, it seems that Takuma actually was involved with more of the, I would say, the villainous side, actually, and is kind of trying to swindle his way through the villains in order to get to his accomplished goal. Like I said, kind of like Sasuke, you know, he gained power through, you know, a cheating method, you could kind of say. But it seems to me like, you know, these two characters now, Naota and Takuma, they're not really butting heads together yet. It seems like the animes kind of want us to introduce us to that, but not really, not in this episode. It seems more was like introduction to the world. There was a lot of exposition in this anime, because, you know, like, I'm not really familiar with this anime itself. It's my first time seeing this kind of typical anime, so it's pretty good with the exposition. It doesn't give too much details as involved with, I'm assuming, from the previous animes that apparently aired with this series. So no, it just seems that this anime seems to be going its own traditional route. But nonetheless, though, it does have its own flaws, guys. You know, it's not really that high quality anime that a lot of the, I would say, the year 2006 animes have been coming out. It's kind of like low budget. It seems low budget in my honest opinion. It does seem, but, you know, throughout all the honesty, it's still pretty interesting to watch, because a lot of the moves that all the flashy moves are pretty interesting to watch, and all the wrestling moves are pretty interesting to watch too. You know, and they actually showcase a little bit of bloody scenes in it involved, but it's kind of hilarious how they do it, because throughout the whole entire time I was actually watching it, there's one character called the Yellow Devil, which I'm assuming is going to be the antagonist throughout the whole entire series, because these two characters, Naota and Takuma, are actually, like, I'm assuming, on the hunt for this character, the Yellow Devil. And the Yellow Devil is like a pro wrestler that seems to be like on Hulk strength, like Hulk Hogan status strength. It's so hilarious, but the thing is, in the typical wrestling that they do in this series, it seems like it's like WWE, but for rated M, for mature. You know, like the way they were the way they were doing all these wrestling moves, I felt like if they were doing that on a real life person, my God, he would send him to an actual hospital. And I was laughing throughout the whole entire time because the Yellow Devil, he had claws for his hands and he was slicing like Takuma's face off, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Are you guys going with American wrestling? Or are you guys going with the traditional, I would say, the Spanish wrestling where they involve, steel chairs, smacking each other's face, barbed wire bats, like that old school traditional wrestling, That's what I was assuming, but I'm like, anyway, I'm assuming they're just doing that just for the kicks, just to get a lot of people like anticipated and having a little bit of suspense for us viewers. But like I said, it's kind of hilarious the way they're kind of going with this route. It's hilarious, but in a good comical sense, guys. It's actually, like I said, it's very interesting. This anime, I give it about an 8. I give it an 8 because for the way that they're doing the story is not, I wouldn't say they're not putting in so much filler throughout the whole entire, I would say, episode. Like, it just seems like everything that they've been showing is actually sequential to the next following scenes. And I love the way that they're trying. And by the way, it's so hilarious. Like, it just feels like I said, it just feels like it's 1980s because of the fact that I would say the main antagonist is, I would say the organization that's involved with the antagonist is so cliche that it's that they're out to, I would say, get all the money in the world. Like, it's just so, it's like something off of Austin Powers. It just reminded me, and it's called Tiger's Den, and Tiger's Den basically trains wrestlers in order to send these wrestlers out to the world in order to make money off them, which in the business sense is very smart. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, that's a very smart trick to gain money, for whoever's at the top of Tiger's Den. They're loaded with money. But in anime, you gotta kind of, like I said, it's hilarious that the way they're kind of doing this antics, but they're putting a lot of surrealism inside this anime, and that's what I'm loving about it. And that's why I'm very interested, because it's not going that traditional supernatural route. This anime kind of brings it down to earth. And, you want to watch it on a Saturday night. You're just saying, you know what? Let me just watch some anime wrestling. Boom! You got Tiger Mask. And which, by the way, once you pick it up, I'm pretty sure you guys aren't gonna put it down. And if you guys put it down, it's probably because, like I said, it might be because of it's not slow pacing. It's just very, I would say, the exposition towards the characters, that they're slowly trying to balance them out. And all the action is going to be on the ring itself. So anything outside the ring just doesn't seem that it won't fit in with this anime. That's the way I'm assuming people are really going to drop this anime, was because of that. That's my reason that I'm personally that people are going to be dropping this anime. And also for the fact that, a lot of people that are, I would say, associated with supernatural shonen style of anime, I'm assuming involves, lots of gore, guns, swords, dragons, all that kind of good stuff. But this one, no, it's kind of more along the lines, kind of more surrealism, and it involves with real world dilemmas, and it's, like I said, it's very interesting. Very interesting how they're going, And for a sports anime, it's pretty funny too the way they're doing it. There's a little scene in the beginning where it involved Naota actually wrestling a bear while he handicapped himself, and you're kind of wondering, like, why would you do that? Like, I understand that's for like showing how much he's trained over the years, but you're not becoming superhuman. You're just training your body to hone itself better. Like, I'm just assuming that this is meant for comical reasons. Like I said, it's just kind of funny in my honest senses. You're not really gonna expect the main character to go KO Ken out of nowhere, which I thought was kind of hilarious that he was doing that. At first I thought they were gonna do that, but then when you're watching halfway through the episode, you're like, okay, no, they're just gonna keep the surrealism back in place and just involve most of the characters. Just, I would say, doing real life training, 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 sit-ups. I would say, doing that Shaolin monk training, like running up the mountains, all that kind of good stuff. It's just hilarious, guys. Very good way. By the way, but the anime, like I said, very interesting to watch, guys. I might recommend it. Very interesting, and I'm hoping to see what the antagonists have to offer, because we've seen of these antagonists, they're actually shown to be very, very powerful. They're very trained too, but the protagonist, like the way that they kind of describe the way they described the protagonist in this episode was kind of funny. He stepped up the plate and then made himself lose against one of the, I would say, Tiger's Den's own, one of the wrestlers. He kind of forfeited the match when he defeated him, but I'm assuming that's more for, I would say, to showcase that it could show people that not only Tiger Dance wrestlers are the strongest in the world, there are other people out there that can actually stand up to these wrestlers, so somebody can have a chance to actually diminish these antagonists to the human level and not make them as fearful as one would think. Like I said, it's very interesting how they're doing this anime. Like I said, I'm loving. I personally, I enjoyed it, guys. I know maybe a lot of you guys are not gonna enjoy it, but I certainly did, guys. But that's all I have to say for this rant, guys, this discussion and this impression of this anime. But let me know down in the comment section, guys, what are you guys' thoughts on this anime itself? Did you guys think it's up to the expectation that you guys saw it? Are you guys familiar with this anime as well? Did you guys actually watch the prequels to the other animes? Because I certainly didn't. I kind of went in here blinded, basically, and I thought the anime was pretty good. No, I thought it was good. I'm actually anticipating to see what's gonna happen in the next episode, and I want to see what these two main characters are gonna have to offer to the table. But like I said, guys, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Fall 2016 anime and Tiger Mask anime related content. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. For this is Mr. Zen, signing out.